thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off. And off we go here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, set, go!
A handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
Give up the middle to Taylor. Working his way for a short pickup to the 48. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll let the officiating crew sort this one out. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag.
Alert! Alert! Come on, set! 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle! Ready?
They'll work the middle here with Taylor. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. That's caught left side by Hawkinson. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And this is not going to be enough. He is short of the marker. And they have turned it over on downs.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
So Kittle comes in motion. Right back to him on 1st down. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Open man downfield is Kittle. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. Here's a run. And And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. The ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. Now Murray keeping it himself. And he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he may have come back a little bit. And now it is third and goal.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Back at the 3-yard line. Third and goal. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one taken in. Touchdown, San Francisco. His 12th touchdown of the year.
And it really just comes down to the protection. You're sitting there third and goal. You have to give your quarterback the opportunity, Mike, to work through all of his progressions, and you need time to do it. Then it just comes down to making the right read. Touchdown.
Makes the score Niners 7, Thunderbirds nothing. Jack Mooney to kick off for the 49ers.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Man in motion, heading left. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
At the 60, at the 60. Go.
He'll look to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's enough for a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
70 Lions.
They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him, take him down behind the line.
You have to appreciate the effort. The guy's given everything he has to try to make something out of nothing, but understand sometimes you just have to live to survive another down and not take a big loss.
Third and long. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Now, faking the give. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And it'll be a pickup of 3, so third down forthcoming. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, 49ers. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That one knocked away and incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie linebacker. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field, following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
14. Thunderbirds, nothing.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, San Francisco. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Off he goes. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
And this is one of the downfalls to man coverage, Mike. Anytime the defender's eyes are so locked in on their responsibility, there's not a lot of guys with eyes on the quarterback. And in this case, he escapes the pocket, becomes a runner, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
On the set.
3rd and long.
Go! Hut, hut.
He'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time in this 1st half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Play action. It's Murray. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Makes the score Niners 28, Thunderbirds nothing. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. No chance at all. He'll go down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured.
Set. Ready.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. That's down the field and intercepted. And And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a first-round pick on this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver type ball skills. And those ball skills were certainly on full display that time.
And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 26 yards. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Easy. Omaha.
On 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Taylor gets it out of the pistol. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Niners' 45-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Niners are going to have it just past their 25.
You know, what I'm seeing play out there right now, Mike, is just a frustrated offense playing on tilt. And on the other side of the ball, I'm seeing a defense that's happily taking advantage of these decisions. I mean, how else do you explain 3 consecutive drives that result in a pick? I mean, each mistake just feeds the next. It feeds frustration. And all at the same time, it's leading to questionable throws and easy picks. The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He'll push it downfield. This one for Kittle.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and Frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame him.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Shit. Biggest. 2.
They'll try and throw for it with Murray. That's taken in. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14.
And the 49ers first down.
To throw again is Murray. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
19 Lions. Go!
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
He's going to look downfield once again. And that is incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And now it's 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this for...
Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you were just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
He's got room to roam. And he will score. Ricky Pearsall, touchdown San Francisco. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Moody's extra point is good. And the 49ers stretch out this lead even more. It is now 35-0.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. He'll look to throw. And this ball batted away and incomplete. Diamador Lenore there defensively to break that one up.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Set. Go.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
He's going to keep it himself.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Murray. Going for it all. That is caught to the goal line and in. Ricky Pearsall, touchdown, 49ers. His second catch of the game, and both have gone for touchdowns.
Mike, I'm not sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
They go play action for Murray. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Ready?
On the give, this is Taylor. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now.
39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Cowboy 80.
Second and 6.
They'll look to throw. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
On 1st and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. He's going nowhere. losing yardage on that play. On the handoff, it's Taylor. And he'll take it down inside the 20. A run into the red zone, a pickup of 6.
Hawk 70.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
I think if that rush would have failed, Mike, I think they would have had an interesting decision to make come 4th down, but that's all out the window now. Nice pickup, sets up 1st and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hut, hut.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal.
Come on, go.
They'll look to run with Stevenson. And he's going to be stuffed in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Check smash.
They send the tight end in motion.
Check go.
They'll try and run. And here's Stevenson. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. He slams it in there, and he is in. Ramondre Stevenson. Touchdown, Thunderbirds. The extra point is up and through. And the Thunderbirds will get just a bit closer. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Now, faking the give. Oh, no chance to get rid of that ball. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
A short one there, caught by Kittle. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now they'll set up to throw. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
You know, Mike, I've seen a lot of aggressive plays over the years, but this one, it might just take the cake. I mean, to go for it in this situation, this deep in your own territory, you're making quite the statement that you are going to be aggressive all day long.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go. Go.
They go right back to Taylor. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
70 Lions. Check go.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Shut up.
Give up the middle to Taylor. And he will power his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Thunderbirds. And this is not close. He missed it wide to the right. No good. And no extra point. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
Now it just seems like this offense is piling on. I mean, after a day where they have completely dominated their opponent, a lot of offense would just be content with handing this ball off, but not this group. They continue to throw the ball, and they continue to get chunk plays, and they showed they're not going to slow down until that final whistle blows. I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them,
and he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown, San Francisco. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. On is Moody to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers stretch things out even further. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line.
Let's go now. Check out.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. He'll drop to throw. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
It's a 10-yard loss. Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 47-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that'll be batted down.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. This one, incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
He's going nowhere. That call, not the right one. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, maybe he's counting a little bit, Mike, on this defense being in pass mode, and maybe you can catch him off guard with the run call. In this case, the defense was ready for all of it. They hold them to no gain. They're going to have to bring out the punt team.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. Working out of the gun, Murray. That's incomplete. Daring call on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on downs. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll send him over to the left. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Check go.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And that ball incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Back to throw. He's going to air this one out. And more of the same. Another interception. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Now a shot here, deep middle. He's got it! And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Again, working deep downfield. He is in. Touchdown. Touchdown, 49ers. Moody now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the 49ers will add one more onto their big lead.
Thunderbirds 13. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. They'll give this one to Taylor, running right. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up.
Quarterback knew the blitz was coming. You could hear him pre-snap communicating with the guys up front, but sometimes it's just the perfect defensive call, and there weren't enough blockers to account for all the rushers. He had to get the ball out quick, and thankfully for him, he got it out just in the nick of time.
That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on fourth and short, but not to be. And they'll turn it over on downs. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
That's a throw that's going to make them cringe on Monday, Mike, in the film room. At this level, quick hitters, those quick, easy passes, those should be borderline automatic. But it was anything but this time around.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they will finally run him down.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game. And if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Extra point up and good from Moody. And the 49ers add on to their already sizable lead.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. on the ground, it's Taylor. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So, a win here for our visitors, the 49ers. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago, and they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one.